I got a call requesting for a babysitting gig. I reluctantly accepted, needing the money for a trip I was going on. When I called the dad, he told me to tuck in the little girls and go to sleep. When I got there, I immediately made dinner, tucked in the girls, and went to my room. I began to watch some TV before I went to bed. I was unsettled by a statue sitting in the corner. It looked like a monster, staring at me, smiling. The girls had been saying that they were friends with the monster, and that's why they had kept it in their house. I tried to avoid it as much as I could, watching my TV show, but I always caught on to it. As the night went on, I couldn't take it anymore. I called the dad. I dialed his phone number and asked if I could please move to a different room. The statue was scaring me. The dad asked what position it was in. I told him that it was just kind of standing there, smiling. He said in a very serious and stern voice, "Grab the girls, go to the neighbor's house, call the cops, and wait." What's going on?" I asked, panicked, not knowing what to do. "Just get over to the neighbor's house, call the cops, and call me afterwards." I grab the girls, I go to the neighbor's house, and I call the cops. One picks up and asks my information. I tell him, and no sooner than 10 minutes later they've arrived. I called the dad afterwards, asking why I needed the cops. The dad answered, "We don't have a monster statue." I immediately dropped, my pale skin turning whiter and whiter by the second. I sat and curled up in a ball, realizing that that statue had been there looking at me for hours on end without moving. My friends always said I had an irrational fear of mirrors. I never liked them. It's just someone else staring back at you. Very similar. My mom, my dad, my friends, and my grandparents all told me I would make it up in my head and that I just had a wild imagination. I knew it was real. I could tell. At night I would talk to it, repeating the exact same words back to me. One night, when I walked up to the mirror, it was fogged up, so I wiped it off. My reflection didn't show. Confused, I looked around, walked away from the mirror, walked back. It still wasn't there. I checked back on another mirror, and it wasn't there. I'd started to become skeptical and scared. Why hadn't it been showing up? I go back to the bathroom, and I look in the mirror again. I see it, but this time it's behind me. It pushes me inside the mirror. I'm trapped on the other side, staring back, repeating what he says, repeating what he does, only if he stands in front of me. I could never handle scary stories. Every time I'd watch one, I had a hard time sleeping at night. One night, I watched a few scary stories with my friends. I struggled to go to sleep. Even though I know it was fake, it still hurt. I kept looking around the room, paranoid that something would jump out. I look at the closet, and it starts creaking open. I check what time it is to see if one of my friends is pulling a prank. It says 1:53. A large creature jumps out and plunges its long fingers into my chest. I slowly bleed out and die. I awake from a terrible nightmare, my friend sleeping next to me. I look at the closet, and then I look at my alarm clock. It says 1:52. My closet door began to creep open. I knew what was going to happen. I ran over and I held the door shut. I didn't hear anything, and when I checked the closet, nothing was in there. I began to feel more safe, but I should have looked up. I'd walked in a room, and I saw my wife standing, just standing, not washing dishes, not reading anything, not doing anything. I tried to talk to her, but she didn't respond, not moving. She just stood there. Looked like she wasn't even breathing. I was about to step closer when I heard the front door unlock. The next thing horrified me. My wife came in, holding bags of groceries, and she asked who was in the kitchen.